Before we get into the actual game, let's take a look on how the game goes. Many people watching for the first time would like to know how the points are gained. Well, in roller derby, there are 5 players of each team. You notice 5 in the white shirts, 5 in the striped shirts, a lot on the track at one time. They're moving around the track in what is called a pack. You see this boy break out, it's Spec Saunders moving out on the jam. A jam in roller derby is an offensive play, an effort to score. Now the jammer wearing the white shirt, he's moving around the big 18-lap to a mile track. In order for him to score, he must circle the track, come up back of the pack, and that's the pack you're looking at right now, and pass a member of the opposition within 2 minutes' time because of a 2-minute time limit on all jams. In other words, it's up to his 4 teammates in the white shirts in the pack to slow down the 5 striped players to let him in. Now watch him. He gets a point for every one of the striped players he would pass. He moves in. He's passed 1. We stop it for you so you can see how the block was thrown by number 23. He's got 1 point. This is a demonstration. He moves in, and he's passed 2. Now he's got 2 points. 1 for every one of the opposition he passes. Keep your eye on this boy now. He's the offensive man for the white shirts. He's passed 3, and he's got 3 points. Spec Saunders keeps moving in now. The most you can gain in a single jam is 5 points, and we want to show you how they're gained. He moves in and passes the 4th, and he's got 4 points. Now he's only got 1 more man to pass for a grand slam, which is like hitting a home run with the bases loaded in baseball. Little Hank Goldberg, his teammate, up there with him, is ready to lead him in. We stop it to show you how he's moving in to lead the block. He blocks up on the 5th man, and Spec Saunders moves through for 5 points, the most you can gain on a single jam, and there's the official giving the signal. Greetings, sport fans everywhere. This is Ken Nidell ready to bring you another thrilling roller derby from Madison Square Garden, New York. Well, the game between the Chiefs and the Jolters. At the present time, the Chiefs lead 21, or rather the Jolters lead 26-21 over the Chiefs. Now there's Julie Patrick breaking out for the Jolters. The Jolters wearing the striped shirts, and in the white shirts, it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs in the white, the Jolters in the stripes. Maneuvering 4 positions, and the first jam gets underway in this skating period. And it's Alice Edwards out for the Chiefs along with Julie Patrick and the Jolters. There's that pack action. Great crowd on hand here at Madison Square Garden. 64, little Millie Bruno comes out on the jam. Followed by Blanche Lopez. Lopez moving in, but here's the gal to watch, Alice Edwards in white up there for the Chiefs and really moving. Edwards comes to the back of the pack. Being blocked back in there nicely by Julie Patrick. Patrick slowing Edwards down now. Watch it. 28 comes in. Tries to get in there. Edwards moving hard. Blanche Lopez also coming up. Murray back there to assist. Here comes the play. Jolters and the Chiefs in action. Chiefs in the white shirts. There's Edwards flying in on the inside. She's got 1. Her teammate Lopez keeps moving up. Edwards waiting for Lopez to catch up and get in there if she can. Lopez coming in also on Julie Patrick, and Edwards assists, and there's another point. 1 for Lopez and 1 for Edwards. And down goes Lopez. The jam player down stops it up. So it was a great play by Alice Edwards, getting 1 for the Chiefs and blocking to let her teammate Lopez get 1 for the Chiefs. And there's a compliment from Mary Gardner of the Chiefs. So it's 2 points for the Chiefs on the first jam of the 7th skating period. Score, Jolters 26, Chiefs 23. Big wide shot of the track here at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Ducking 4 positions, waiting for the field to get together. Julie Patrick up front, Murray up front. Jolters in the striped jerseys, Chiefs in the white jerseys. All right, ready to start a jam, and out front now moves Norma Rossner of the Jolters. Rossner in the stripe, number 68, moves out. Right behind her, Barbara Mateer of the Chiefs. Also Renee Randall for the Jolters and Jerry Murray of the Chiefs. So you got 2 members of each team on this jam. Hard roughness in that pack. Gals throw everything but the track at each other and trying to get their teammates out of the jam, because in roller derby, the jammers are the ones that score the points. This action on the jammer. He moves in now, and Barbara Mateer is being hit up by Norma Rossner. There's Randall chasing Murray. Jerry Murray driving hard. Renee Randall moving up in there with her. And Barbara Mateer takes her out. Beautiful blocking by Mateer. Taking out Norma Rossner. And Renee Randall, both of them being taken out by this gal. Mateer in white. Look at her blocking. Her teammate Murray keeps moving in all alone. There's Alice Edwards in the back of the pack. Little Millie Bruno back there for the Jolters. See that blocking by Edwards. Beautiful blocking. Murray threw for 1 point over the Jolter player and cuts it off. Murray scores one on Edwards' block. A beauty. And Millie Bruno was the gal that was passed for the Jolters. So another assist for the Redhead. The score, Chiefs 24, Jolters 26. The Chiefs moving up on the Jolters. Well, there's Don Jughead Lewis of the Jolters getting a workout from the trainer. But let's get back to this girls' action. Mary Lou Palermo with the hair ribbons up there for the Jolters. Right behind her, Alice Edwards in white for the Chiefs. Also coming out, Jean Porter of the Jolters. And Mary Ciafani of the Chiefs. Look at that action. Porter hitting up. These four gals can really roll around that big Masonite track. Edwards hits up on Palermo. All right, 69 Porter starting to move now. Mary Ciafani in white for the Chiefs right behind her. One member of each team moving in. Jolters and the Chiefs battling it out of the Masonite here at Madison Square Garden in New York City, the home of the champions. Murray being roughed up in there by Mary Gardner and Mona Jean Payne. All right, moving in. Ciafani starts to move in now. Murray back there to block out on Porter. Ciafani comes in. Mona Jean Payne back to block out for the Jolters. What's his play? Mona Jean on the outside blocking high on Ciafani. Beautiful blocking by Mona Jean Payne. Murray slowing down on Porter. Porter has not passed as yet. Murray almost passed, but not quite. Porter tries to fight her way in. Murray watching her closely over her left shoulder. Porter trying to battle her way through. Mona Jean Payne still doing a good job in slowing down the Chief player Ciafani. And Murray blocks Porter and hits her. Porter down, leading jam player down, stops the jam. Good blocking by Murray. Good blocking by Mona Jean Payne in the score. Jolters 26, Chiefs 24. Well, there's Don Jughead Lewis fixing his official roller derby skate, the skate of the champions, used exclusively in roller derby action. A pretty shot, and the jam is underway. Renee Randall moves out. Jerry Murray moves out. Murray and Randall. Randall for the Jolters in the striped shirt. Murray, red hair blowing in the breeze. White shirt moving in for the Chiefs. One member of each team on the jam. 15,000 fans here at Madison Square Garden for this game, and you can hear that roaring in the background when the action gets rough. Harry the bombshell Gardner of the Chiefs hitting up on Porter. Jammers continue around. This is the pack you're looking at right now. The pack is like the line of scrimmage in football. Everything starts at the front of the pack. Everything has to wind up the back end of the pack, and here come the Jammers. Randall barreling in there. Murray on the inside hits Randall with a nice block. Randall taken high, and Murray starts to go. Murray took her glove off. Randall hits back on Murray. She's fighting it out with Jerry. One member of each team moving in the back of that pack now. Porter back there to try to stop up Jerry Murray when she comes in. The bombshell Gardner back there to try to stop up on Randall when she comes in. Defense waiting for the offensive players, and watch them roll. Murray hits up on Randall. A beautiful block. Randall is scooting along the rail. Look out, Renee. Ooh, that was a hard one. All right, Jerry comes in. Pass one. Pass two. Murray keeps driving. Look at this gal fly on those official roller derby skates. Gardner whips her, and Murray keeps driving. Millie Bruno back there to block out. Here comes Murray. Little Millie on the defense. Jerry driving hard. Murray hit by Millie Bruno. Beautiful blocking. Randall also in there. Down goes Murray, a hard rough spill, and there's 2 points, and the official signals it up here. 2 points for Jerry Murray of the Chiefs to score now. Chiefs 26, Jolters 26, all tied up, and the Chiefs are moving on the offensive. There's a shot of the Jolter bench. Close up at Joe Marinaro. There's Big Moose Payne. Big Moose, the present manager of the Jersey Jolters. There's Jughead. There's Joe Marinaro. Big Baker in the background. Well, the gals are certainly pouring it on. Here comes Bonagine Payne moving in. Oh, beautiful Bonagine Payne on the move now. Jerry Murray, who just scored that 2-pointer out for the Chiefs. So it's Murray and Payne fighting it out. 2 gals that can rock and roll around that big bank track. Arnie Buckman hit in there with a nice block from Barbara Mateer. That's the pack. Here's Norma Rossner, second from the right. Nice block by Porter and Mateer. Julie Patrick hitting up on Mary Ciafoni in the front of that pack. All right, Bonagine starts to move. There's a gal with long, beautiful legs that can really roll on those official roller derby skates. Look at her move. Murray staying with her. This is speed. This is action. This is roller derby. Murray almost missed that block. Bonagine after he hits her. Here comes Bonagine driving in. Moving up in there now on Mary Ciafoni. Porter trying to help her teammate through. Bonagine trying to fight in there. Porter trying to stay ahead. And they rule. No scores yet. Bonagine was off the infield, but she's still on the jam. Murray trying to get by Porter. There's Bonagine coming up and moves through and scores one. After being knocked off the track, she got back up on the track and passed her for 1 point. And the score now, Jolters 27, Chiefs 26. On a big shot of the track, and if you just tuned in, this is the big game between the Chiefs and the Jolters. And the score, Jolters 27, Chiefs 26 here at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Look at that roughness of the pack, and the jam is underway. Alice Edwards breaks out for the Chiefs in the white shirts. Jolters in the striped shirts. Here comes Gene Porter out for the Jolters. Look at this action. Norma Rossner trying to come out. Mary Ciafoni is out. You got 2 against 1. Porter outnumbered by Alice Edwards and Mary Ciafoni in white for the Chiefs. Porter trying to come up and cut it off. She can. That's tough when you're outnumbered 2-1. Porter moves up, cuts it. Beautiful play by Porter. Outnumbered 2-1. She was forced to cut it off. A great play in there. Rossner could not catch up with the 3 leaders to help Porter out, so it was a great play by Gene Porter. Score, Jolters 27, Chiefs 26. Well, the men are standing by for the final skating period, the 8th and final skating period of the game between the Chiefs and the Jolters. And remember, this is the only known sport where men and women are placed on an equal basis, where there's an offense and a defense, and where there's body contact. So when the men take over, the rules are the same. The gals did their job. Now it's up to the fellows. So we'll see what the fellows can do in this final skating period. We'll get a winner for you. Fine crowd here in Madison Square Garden. Jockey pole positions. Joe Cosmo up front. Little Joe Marinaro in stripes for the Jolters right behind him. And it's Joe Cosmo on the first jam of the final skating period. The big blue chip period. And all the blue chips are up on this one. All right, Cosmo holds it down. In comes little Joe Marinaro. Hard roughness. Big Klein. Number 30 in white was hit with a nice block in there by Harold Janowitz. Correction, that was Buddy Kemp. Buddy Kemp looks a lot like Janowitz on that track. All right, here's the play now. Little Joe, 64 on the move for the striped Jolter team. He's hit by Cosmo. Look out, Joe. Cosmo starting to pull away from little Joe Marinaro. There's a lot of difference in size between these 2 guys, and they're both very fast, but little Joe keeps driving. There's the pack now. Jughead Lewis back there on the defense for the striped Jolter team. Little Pee Wee Raines, number 24 in white. He's waiting back there to block out for the Chief team. Coming around now, moving in. Jughead is back there. Little Joe Marinaro and Joe Cosmo fight it out. Marinaro throws a block. Almost goes down. Cosmo after him. Look out. He's down. A beautiful block by Joe Cosmo. Little Marinaro gets up fast like a jack-in-the-box, but it's Cosmo all the way now, all alone. Joe Cosmo moves in, waiting back to the block out for the striped Jolter team will be Jughead Lewis, the best blocker, the best defensive man on the Jolter team. There's Jughead with his short haircut. You can pick him out. Look at Jughead blocking back now. Osmo trying to get in. The boy in white on the right, trying to pass the boy in the middle. He's knocked on the infield. No score. Jughead Lewis stops it up. A beautiful play by Jughead. Score, Jolters 27, Chiefs 26. All right, jockey pole positions. There's the kid that can really go from Reading, Pennsylvania. Charlie Schuchart out for the Jolters. Charlie with the white helmet, striped jersey right behind him. And it's Bob Lewis, brother of Don Jughead Lewis, but Bob Lewis skates for the Chiefs. There's Big Moose Payne, number 60, the famous Moose. Present manager of the Jersey Jolters and coach. He's out there, but Lewis gets by him. And there's Charlie Schuchart driving for pay dirt now, moving in. Schuchart rolling with everything he's got on those official roller derby skates. He's pouring it on. Got a fast man after him. Bob Lewis of the Chiefs. There's them a slight lead, and they're trying to get more points. At least protect that lead. There's Big Moose Payne working on Cosmo. Number 30 being worked on by Buddy Kemp. There's Kemp with the Jolters throwing a block on Big Klein. And here comes Schuchart moving in. He's got a nice lead. He's a great offensive guy. He don't know what it means to quit. He can drive. Look at him come in now. He falls. Oh, what a bad spill it was. Nobody touched him. He fell, and I believe he broke a wheel. Yes, he did. He broke a wheel on the score. Jolters 27, Chiefs 26. No score in the place. Schuchart took a bad spill. There's Charlie now being helped into the infield. Now he's in there under his own power. He's disgusted. He had a chance to score, and he broke the wheel on his official roller derby skate. There's that skate off. He'll get it fixed. He'll be back in there in just a moment. Charlie Schuchart working on his official roller derby skate. Big Moose Payne, plenty of chatter, a very colorful guy in roller derby. He's probably the Babe Ruth of roller derby. He talks it up now. He gets his teammate Mullane out. Mullane starts to drive. Mullane out of the front of the pack all the way, and there he goes, moving on those official roller derby skates and driving for pay dirt. The Jolters holding a slight lead, want to get more, and they've got a fast guy out there in Paul Mullane. Mullane cuts it off. Two men coming up, and it's the old pro Bill Bogash moving up with Louis Guzman, his teammate, and Mullane was forced to cut it off. A nice play by Mullane, heads up, not taking any chances against those two fellows. The score remains Jolters 27, Chiefs 26. All right, fast break. Moving on this one now. Don Taylor for the striped Jolter team, number 70, out there with Freddie Noah, the Hawaiian champion for the Chiefs in white. A member of each team on this jam. There's that pack action. There's Bob Lewis hitting up, hard blocking there. There's Jughead hitting up on Bogash. Boy, look at that action. Billy the old pro skating with glasses on. What a colorful career he's had in roller derby. Here are the jammers now. Taylor holding it down. Freddie Noah on the inside. A lot of action, a lot of speed. Look at Moose Payne rough up in there with Louis Guzman and Billy Bogash. Guzman and Bogash both wear glasses. Look at him work on Big Moose. Hey, look at that guy. Hey, that's skating. Beautiful pictures and action. Here comes Noah moving in now. Noah moves in hard. Driving in there. Cutting in on Mullane. He's slowed down. Taylor trying to score. He's slowed down in there by Bob Lewis. Lewis keeping Taylor back. Here comes 26 in. He's ripped. And he scores, I believe. Look at, ooh, what a spill. He did score. Mullane down. Guzman down. Gammon down. All three down. But they helped their teammate through for a point in there. 1 point for Freddie Noah. A great play by Gene Gammon and Louis Guzman. The score now all tied up. Chiefs 27, Jolters 27. There's Dr. Alviani working on one of the skaters in the center, one of the gals, getting the leg muscles loosened up. It might have to go into overtime. You never can tell. Remember, there's no such a thing as a tie game in roller derby, and Pee Wee Raines moves on this one. Little Pee Wee. There in the white shirt for the Chiefs now. He's moving in with him, Don Taylor, the Jolters. teams realize that this is the final skating period of the game. It's been a good, rough game with thrill after thrill for this great crowd at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Heard a lot of noise from this crowd. Well, it's this kind of a game. It's the kind of a game that the fans can get up and really leave off steam. They got their favorites, and they're pulling for them. There's Taylor up there now. Little Pee Wee Raines right behind. Taylor and Raines fighting it out on the big Masonite track. Raines hits up on Taylor. Boy, just imagine the condition that these athletes have to be in to skate as they skate in roller derby. I don't think any other sport demands more of an athlete than roller derby does. Dick Wayner up front, hit by Joe Cosmo. Cosmo slowing him down in the pack. There's Big Moose Payne in the back of the pack, and Big Gene Gammon for the Chiefs. Two of the biggest guys in roller derby, and two of the real pros. It'll be Payne back there. He'll try to stop up on Raines. Don Taylor will try to score over Gammon. Gammon slowing down now on Taylor. There's Moose taken out on Pee Wee Raines. Two big guys against two little fellas. Look at Taylor try to score. He's slowed, knocked into the rail like Gammon. A clean block, but Taylor's out of it. Moose Payne taken out on Pee Wee Raines. There's Gammon. He takes Payne out. A beautiful score in there. Raines went right through them like a bullet on Gammon's assist. Gammon not only stopped up the offensive player for the Jolters, but he took Payne out and let Raines score. And the score now, Chiefs 28, Jolters 27. All right, getting the field together. Big Dick Wayner up there for the Jolters. In the front of that pack with Freddie Noah in white for the Chiefs. Very close game. He's been moving up on the Jolters. He's holding just a 1-point lead now. Want to get more. There's that action in the pack. Pee Wee Raines in there with Don Taylor. Look at that blocking in there. Ooh, Big Gene Gammon spun around with a hard block. Big Moose Payne let him have it right from the shoestrings. Payne already at the back end of the pack. Worry about Noah when he comes around. And Dick Wayner is moving in for the Jolters, and Big Gene Gammon already back there to take out Wayner when he comes in. Two big fellas on the jam, and two great big fellas at the back end of the pack waiting for those jammers to come in and challenge. All right, Noah moves in now. He knocked Wayner down. Wayner's out of the play. Here's Moose Payne blocking back on Freddie Noah. Gammon talking to Noah. Gammon's going to try to lead him in. Noah being whipped in there. He is whipped around by Gammon. Beautiful play. He's past two. Noah's got two now. Keeps driving. He's past three. Look at him go. Beautiful play by Noah. He's past four. 4 points for Freddie Noah. Noah, the Chiefs, keeps driving now. The Chiefs are going on in front with a beauty here by Noah on a great assist from Gene Gammon. Noah's got 4, trying to get 5. Giving everything he's got. And he cuts the jam off. He's forced to cut it off because Dick Wayner was right on top of him. And the score now, Chiefs 32, Jolters 27. Well, there's a good picture of Arlene Buckman, one of the stars of the Jolter team, talking to the skateboard and checking over her official roller derby skates, the skates of the champions. Glancing at the clock because the time is short. Jolter girls anxious for those Jolter boys to get back in the game. The Chiefs are rough. And here's a fast break, and on this one now comes Buddy Kemp. Look at the blocking by Moose Payne. Great team man, knocking down on Freddie Noah, who just got the 4-pointer for the Chiefs. Buddy Kemp moves in. It was Payne who knocked down Noah. Big Moose calling on everything his team can give, and knocks down another one. He knocked down Gammon. That's 2 he's knocked down in this jam, right out of the pack. Big Rosie Baker blocking back on little Pee Wee Raines. Jughead Lewis in there. Payne already at the back of the pack. He's knocked 2 down in the pack. They got up, but he's been roughed, and he's going to try to lead his teammate. But he kept in there for some scores. Payne cannot score. Double block forming in the back end of the pack by the Chiefs. There's Paul Mullane looking over his shoulder. Here comes Buddy Kemp flying in there. Kemp trying to gain that pack now. He's going to have Moose Payne try to assist for him, try to help him through. There's Moose talking to him now. There's Freddie Noah and Big Gene Gammon, two big guys back in the defense for the white-shirted Chief team. Buddy Kemp's going to try to get in with Moose assist. Watch it now. Buddy took his orders from Moose. Moose starts the gallop. Look at the big guy go. He breaks him wide open, and Buddy's got 2 points. Beautiful play by Buddy Kemp. Mullane whips him. Tries to get in. He's tipped over. Knocked down in there on a beautiful block by Pee Wee Range of the Chiefs. So, Buddy Kemp got 2, and the score now, the Chiefs 32, the Jolters 29. All right, trying to get the field together. About time for one more jam, and that's all that's left in this game. They jockey pole position. There's Big Bogash, or rather, Big Baker roughing up on Billy Bogash. All right, Paul Mullane tries to come out. Mullane moving out. The Jolters are desperate. This will probably be the last jam of the game. Big Moose Payne, the great team player that he is, again blocking back on Louis Guzman. Big Moose really racking in there on Louis. There's Jughead Lewis up front, Big Baker up front. So all the power of the Jolter team, as far as blocking is concerned, is so in the front of the pack to get this guy, Paulie Mullane, a real speed merchant. Plenty of time to get around there and try to get this win away from the Chiefs. This is definitely the last jam. We look at the clock, it's less than 2 minutes to go. Mullane moving in, and the pack is all bunched up. The fans are up out of their seats now. This will be it. Either the Jolters will win it or lose it, depending on what Paul Mullane can do. There's a fast breaker on the outside. Bob Lewis trying to get loose, but Jughead, his brother, takes him out. Paulie Mullane coming around. There's Billy Bogash, the old pro in there. What a head he has on his shoulders. What a great competitor. A nice guy on and off that track. But here's the guy we're concerned with now. Paul Mullane, the Jolter fans are saying, come on, Paulie, let's go. And the Chief fans are begging the Chiefs to stop this play up. And there's the old pro himself, Bogash, back to block out. Moose Payne ready to lead him in. Payne did it last time. He moves through. He's past 1, past 2. He's driving on Bogash now. He's slowed down. He's knocked down. Bogash takes him down, and Bogash saves the game for the Chiefs. A great block by Bogash. Mullane, good sportsman he is. Pats him on the back of the final score. The Chiefs win it 32-31 over the Jolters in a real thriller. Look at the compliments going around on the Chief bench. Well, this is Ken Idell saying it's been a thriller, and until next time, we'll see you at the roller derby.